we doing? Right, I'm just making sure that I'm not getting into an accident because people are being impatient. Thank you. Yeah. How are we doing? Let's shut that window because that is too much noise in my head right now. I hope it's well. Very sexy. Much nice. Yeah, I hope we're good. I'm not gonna bother. The government isn't really helping the country much right now, is it? All I'm saying, let's move on. I was watching the Thrift. I don't want to be able to say it. Thrift thick. A couple nights ago, or Cassie, and she was doing a date get ready with me. She's talking about, like, you know, how essentially we can be so mean to ourselves, which is so friggin' true. So true. Like, just mentally we can be so mean to ourselves. Wow, what is going on tonight? Which is very true. I think that we as humans, we're all our own worst enemies. Just as we are, like, you know, just being people, you know, man. You know, you go through day-to-day life and you see people and you think, I want to like that. But then they look at you and thinking, I want to like that. Or they're looking at themselves and thinking, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like t'other. We never know what's going on in someone else's mind, you know? It's kind of essentially what I'm trying to say in a very roundabout way. It's just like, I have always been fat. Always have. I will never ever be skinny. I highly doubt I'll ever be skinny. I currently am dropping weight. I'm putting a lot of that down to me having the implant taken out. I don't know, I've got some leaving fluffies, ain't I? I've been on one all day. I've been the most annoying person in the world today, which isn't that far to go with me, in all honesty. Yeah, we're just, yeah, I think we are all our own worst enemies and our own worst critics. Because regardless of what other people say, you'll always think, well, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, I could have done X, Y, Z instead of X, Y, Q. I think, like, you know, if you're in isolation, you have a lot more hours in the day to think, compared to, like, you know, if you're used to going to work and all that, which I think would take a lot of people unawares, like, you know, the amount of time that you've then got to just sit and think about things. Like, I know I wasn't really completely in isolation, but I definitely wasn't doing half or 2/3 of what I normally would have been doing when I was off work. And the mental side of things took a beating, big style, man. Because and it was something that I was not expecting whatsoever. Was the mental side of things. It definitely was something that I wasn't expecting. And, you know, sitting and thinking about all these people that are in isolation now, it does sort of make me think that, you know, it's not obviously I'm only just one person, I only know my own stuff that's going on, you know, simple as that. I can already imagine that it would be very similar for a lot of people that are in that situation. One, it must be scary, and two, you've got your mind being a bit of a dickhead, you know? You know, if you are someone that does suffer with, you know, issues with your body and what you look like, I'm going to take essentially what Cassie said and say, if you was to see someone else with your exact body, would you say the things you say about yourself about them? 9 times out of 10 the answer to that is going to be no, because you're kinder to other people than you are to yourself. So be kinder to yourself. I'm of the opinion where as long as you're not hurting anybody else, you do you, kind of thing. Unless, yeah, you do you. Make yourself happy. Within reason, obviously. There are some things where it's like, you know, too far. Like if you're someone that wants to get surgery for genuinely to make yourself feel better, then absolutely go for it. Whereas I think there's people that will think that I need to get surgery so that I'm more socially acceptable. No, Hans. Kind of at the moment, well, fuck what society says, you know? Regardless of what anybody does, society is never going to accept anybody for what they entirely are, because it's society. Simple as that. You're never going to be good enough for everyone. You know, it's true. Yeah, just try and be a little bit kinder to yourself. If you are someone that does sort of struggle with that side of things, try and, if your mind is going off in that direction, try and find something around you that you find beautiful when those thoughts start. Because maybe by starting to, you know, make those thoughts turn to something beautiful, then, you know, your mind will then associate those thoughts with beauty instead of not beauty. And it is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that, you know. I think it's a time where people generally need to be kinder to one another, but I think it is also very important that we need to be kind to ourselves along with that. Yeah. And when you've got, like, you know, kind of pain that's there all the time, it's hard to sort of be nice to yourself, because it's when you got pain all the time, it affects your head, definitely. Like for me, the past week, 9 days, pain has been back in my back and in my belly, not to where it was at all. It's not to that point whatsoever, but it's there, and it's draining. Being in pain is definitely draining. It just drains you massively. So I kind of guess what I'm trying to say is being kind to others, especially at this time of the world, life right now. But not only with that, be kind to yourself. Because we are the people that we spend the most time with ourselves. We are the one people we cannot get away from, you know. So if we can start being kinder up here, as much as we preach about, you know, be kind to others, we need to be kind to ourselves as well. So I've got a little bit of shopping to do, as much as I can do shopping right now. So stay well, stay hydrated, eat whatever you can, sleep well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.